watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Boy, it's going to be hot again here today. Thanks for joining us at 6 a.m. on this Thursday. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Nada Irampour. Yeah, thank you for joining us. And this morning, at least, it feels pretty pleasant.
Yeah, now.
Let's check in with meteorologist Evan Narani. The morning hours, like this is a good time.
Get out there now.
The calm before
You're
the
up
heat,
early.
right?
Yes.
It's already in the 70s out over the mountains, but at least everywhere else, right? Along the coast and inland, we're in the 60s and even some upper 50s. Here's where we go by the afternoon. Day 2 of this heat wave, taking us to 92 in Santee and El Cajon, 85 for La Mesa and Mira Mesa, 69 though, much more mild out by the water in La Jolla today, 73 in PB, 79 up in National City. Let's take it to North County. Fallbrook's looking at a high of 88 degrees, San Marcos 87, RB 89, and Ramona could jump by 10 degrees compared to Rancho Bernardo, going for a high of 99 today in Ramona. When we look out over the mountains, Campo going for 100, 116 in Borrego Springs, and 118 in Ocotillo Wells. We just saw that moon set. But take a look, our very own Vanessa Paz sent us this photo of that 99% full moon. You'll see it again tonight as the sun sets. We'll see that moon come up and it'll still be at about that 99% fullness. So looking pretty good out there. As always, you can find an extended weather forecast. It's over on CBS 8 Plus. You can download it on your TV and watch for free. Speaking of our wonderful photographer, Vanessa Paz, she's here with us now, showing us what it looks like on the roads. Hello.
Hey, Evan. Good morning to everyone tuning in. Happy Friday Eve, as some folks likes to call Thursday. This is a live look outside. So far, so good. Nothing major to report. Always happy to let folks know that the drives are at full freeway speeds as you head out the door. Good news, especially if you got to get somewhere on time. So that's what the 5 looks like in both directions towards downtown. This is the 805 coming out of the South Bay right at Home Avenue. We're at full freeway speeds in the North County, averaging anywhere between 65, 70 miles per hour. Same deal out of Santee as well as Mesa. And here's a quick look at travel times, or travel speeds rather. Netta.
Thank you very much, Vanessa and Evan. And now this morning, crews are still on the scene at the steel fire in Hamul. Evacuation orders have now been lifted.
Yeah, right now this fire sits at 28 acres. It's burned and 75% contained right now, but 28 acres have burned so far. This fire started just after 2 yesterday, not far from Steel Canyon High School. No structures have been damaged here. One woman says she was cleaning her home when neighbors called, letting her know of the fire and evacuations.
So we're okay. We got the animals. We've got chickens, ducks, and geese. We might have a fried chicken dinner tonight.
Hopefully that wasn't the case. CAL FIRE reported a possible drone in the area. By the way, illegal to fly a drone near a wildfire because it forces firefighter aerial operations to shut down.
And if you live in the city of San Diego, listen to this. If you're a homeowner or a renter, you're going to want to hear this.
There's now an appliance rebate program that could help you save some money here. CBS 8's Regina Yerita live downtown with details on who qualifies this and, of course, how to apply for it. Regina?
Good morning, Eric and Netta. That's right. And this is a program that you want to pay attention to. That is, if you qualify. Now, qualified applicants could get 100% of the cost covered for an electrical appliance. That includes air conditioners. That is something that many people are interested, especially during those hotter temperatures and in the middle of a heat wave. But electrical appliances that also include stoves, dryers, and water heaters. The rebates would also cover the cost of permits, labor, and disposal of old appliances. So the city of San Diego is looking to offer help dozens of households save energy, reduce costs, and build a more sustainable community through the HARP program. The program is funded by the U.S. Department of Energy, and the city is now accepting applications from interested residents and contractors. But again, it is open to those who meet specific income and eligibility requirements. The program focuses primarily on lower income households, especially those impacted by the January 2024 floods. The applications are on the SD.org website. You can actually look through that application I did earlier. There's over 15 questions, yes or no. Some of them do ask to put your household information, and that is something that you'll have to do on your own to get all that information and documents. But if you're interested in learning more, you can actually go to a webinar that they're having today starting at 10:30 in the morning. You can head to the website called InsideSanDiego.org. You'll find more, especially on that webinar. For now, I'll send it back to you.
Regina, thanks. This morning, the state is handing out millions of dollars in grants to law enforcement and public safety agencies to combat impaired driving.
CBS 8's Chris Grow live now in studio to explain how local police department plans to use this money, Chris.
And look, we just had the 4th of July, right? CHP just had their maximum enforcement. We know how big of an issue this is because even as many warnings that we have, as many of the actual enforcement periods that we see, there are still people who are breaking this law. So there's a $35 million state initiative here that will be doled out amongst the state. San Diego Police Department will be getting $482,000 for the next 12 months as part of this. According to the department, it's going to help them do a lot of things, starting with expanding saturation patrols, boosting public awareness, providing ongoing training to better identify and stop impaired drivers. And this also goes to help fund additional checkpoints too. CHP, who helps to dole out the money, says that the funding also supports drug recognition evaluator training, which helps officers ID those who are high while driving. It also funds outreach efforts and community events. Now, this is not the first time San Diego Police Department has received the grant. It's funded through the tax on cannabis sales under Prop 64, which legalized recreational use of marijuana for adults. We spoke with an officer with the San Diego Police Department who has seen firsthand the positive impact this grant money can have, but also the devastating impacts of drunk driving.
I've gone to very serious crash scenes where people have lost their lives to a drunk driver where the drunk driver is completely fine and the driver that was struck has lost their life, and you have to see the emotions and the families go through the pain of something like that.
Other local agencies that received money include Chula Vista and El Cajon. Netta?
Okay, thank you very much, Chris. And now, as this heat continues here today, a reminder, there are cool zones, free ones all around San Diego. More than 80 places, in fact, where there is free air conditioning for you. That includes libraries, rec centers have rooms set up for you. We have a link to all the locations, the times that they're open. Just go to our website, cbs8.com, and click on the help button. Because, yeah, you had to turn on the AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
And if you don't have AC, it's nice to have these cool zones because you're going to need it one more time here today, right?
That's right. Today's the day where we're still holding on to the heat out there across the county. In particular, though, everywhere east of the coast. So we are out along the water, still looking at a nice layer of clouds, helping to keep things a lot more comfortable. You get out to the mountains, and this is your view. This is why we're talking about the mountains already being in the pretty much 80s out there very soon, 70s for now. We earlier saw that moon setting. Sunrise has already taken place now, and then we won't have that sunset until 7:59 p.m. So a gorgeous start to the morning out from the Mount Laguna lookout. What we're going to be watching for as far as your temperatures go is that climb. Again, Palomar Mountain already at 75, going to easily make it to the 80s very, very soon. 5-day forecast out by the water is going to be in the 70s through and through, but for your 5-day forecast inland, we've got low 90s for today. Going into Friday through Monday, those temperatures slide back to a more normal range. Right now, we're about 5 to 10 degrees above average, and then we'll slide down to that about average range. And the plus side is once that happens by tomorrow, we will not see any changes on those afternoon high temperatures. They'll deviate by maybe 1 or 2 degrees, but all the way through about the middle of next week. In the meantime, though, we do still have that heat advisory in play up through 8 p.m. today. Extreme heat warning is just east of that. The message is the same for both of them, which is to limit the time you're spending outside doing any strenuous activity. The heat advisory expires at 8 p.m. Extreme heat warning also expiring at 8 p.m. We say 110 plus out toward our deserts and into Imperial County, but in many cases that's going to be about 115 plus because a lot of those models have pushed Ocotillo Wells and Borrego Springs up to about 116 to 118 degrees on that forecast high. We broke a couple records yesterday in Indio and in Thermal as well. Otherwise, though, out across our inland valleys toward our mountains, we're looking at 90s today, and then along the coast, no watches, warnings, or advisories in play right now. That's because things are quite mild out there. So in general, coastline stays in the mid-70s this afternoon, 90s for our inland valleys, a hair warmer for the mountains at 95 degrees, and then it looks like across those deserts we'll be shooting for that 115, 120 range. Yesterday, we made it to 82 in downtown San Diego. That was 3 degrees warmer than average, so like we said, not a huge deviation along the coastline from what we've been seeing over the last several days. Vanessa?
Hey, Evan, and good morning to everyone tuning in. I stepped outside and it was Rather mild. I didn't even need a jacket. Maybe you don't even need to be using the AC if you hop in your vehicle this morning. All right, speaking of vehicles, this is a live look outside at all of the traffic as you make your way northbound in from Home Avenue, and that's headed out of the Chula Vista National City area. Meanwhile, this is what it looks like as you travel towards the downtown area. This is from the 5 southbound drive just north of 28th Street. All right, taking a look at speed. So far, so good. Always happy to report that there are no major crashes nor delays out there. In fact, we're averaging anywhere between 65, 70 miles per hour in from Carlsbad and Oceanside. If you're traveling in from Santee, no major issues, but of course it's still really early. It's only 6:10, so as the morning progresses, this is likely going to change. In from Chula Vista, I was tracking some slowing as you made your way through North Park down that hill towards Mission Valley, but it looks like it has since cleared. Now we're up to full freeway speeds. Travel times right now anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes on the 8 and the 52, under a 10-minute drive as well in from the 125 Lemon Grove area as you make your way towards downtown San Diego on the 94 West. And here's what it looks like out of the North County. Southbound from Encinitas down to the top of the Golden Triangle, 25 minutes for you. 15 south in from Escondido down to that 163 merge under 15 and 78 west in from that Nordal exit towards the 5 near Oceanside and Carlsbad will take you about 15 minutes. And finally, here's a quick look at travel times out of the South Bay. A little bit of a crawl right now in the from the Coronado Bridge, but again, that is usual for this time of morning. All right, switching gears, here's a quick look at your border wait time. San Ysidro port of entry, you're looking at about an hour-and-a-half drive, and then it's about from Otay Mesa, the port of entry, about an hour-and-a-half. That's the wait time coming inbound.